All right, let's talk about something really important: how to navigate online dating without getting hurt. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to spot a romance scammer. The goal here is to give you the tools you need to protect your heart and, yeah, your wallet too. Let's get right into it. First things first, I want to start with this quote because it gets to the heart of it, you know? This isn't just about losing some money. The real damage these scammers do is so much deeper. They take your trust, your hope. They can make it terrifying to even think about opening up to someone again. It's a huge violation. So where does this whole thing begin? Well, scammers are absolute pros at creating a fantasy, and it all kicks off with this first phase, building an illusion of love that feels too good to be true, because it is. Their number one tool in the toolbox is something called love bombing. And honestly, that's the perfect name for it. This isn't real affection. It's a tactic. It's a sales pitch. They literally flood you with compliments and constant attention to get you emotionally hooked really fast before your rational brain has a chance to catch up. And you can really see the difference here. A real relationship, that's a slow burn. It's mutual. It grows over time as you actually get to know each other. Love bombing, on the other hand, is like a flash fire. It's instant, it's totally overwhelming, and it's not based on who you are. It's based on some perfect idea of you that they've created. So often, the very first clues that something is off are right there on their profile. I like to call these the digital ghost signs. You know the type. Their photos look like they were ripped from a magazine. They always have a reason they can't video chat. Oh, my camera's broken. And their social media pages are either brand new or totally empty. Which brings us to the most basic, but most important question you've got to ask yourself. With all the stolen pictures and fake profiles out there, is the person in those photos even the person you're talking to? The good news is, you don't have to be a detective to figure this out. Just do a reverse image search. It's super easy, and you'll quickly see if that picture actually belongs to someone else. And number 2 here is a great trick. Ask for a weird specific photo, like, hey, send me a pic of you holding a spoon. A real person might laugh and do it. A scammer will make up an excuse. Okay, moving on. Let's say their profile seems okay at first glance, but as you talk more, something about their story just doesn't add up. This is the next stage, where that perfect narrative they've built starts to show some serious cracks. You start to notice a pattern with their backstories. They often use these classic ones for a reason. They're all designed to make you feel sympathy, and they all conveniently place the person somewhere remote and hard to reach. It's the perfect excuse for why they can't meet up and why you can't really check up on their story. And this almost always leads to one of the most painful parts of the scam, the failed visit. This timeline shows you their script. They talk a big game about finally coming to see you, getting your hopes way up. You start to think, wow, this is actually real. And then, like clockwork, right before they're supposed to leave, some huge crisis happens. And guess what? Only your money can fix it. And that brings us to this really powerful point. A real partnership is about supporting each other, sure. But if you find that you're the only person who can constantly rescue them from one disaster after another, you're not their partner. You're their target. Because at the end of the day, all this work, all this manipulation, it's all about one thing. So let's follow the money and look at the financial red flags you just can't ignore. This is what you really need to ask yourself. Just listen to what they're asking you. Are they asking about your dreams, your family, what makes you tick? Or are the questions always circling back to your job, your savings, your financial situation? One is building a connection, the other is doing research. And when they finally ask for money, how they want it is a massive giveaway. They'll always push for things like wire transfers, crypto, or even gift cards. Why? Simple. They are fast, anonymous, and almost completely impossible to trace or to get back once you've sent it. Let's just be really clear on this. This is a simple truth that cuts through any excuse they might give you. No legitimate emergency on planet Earth is ever solved with iTunes gift cards. Ever. If you hear that, it's a 100% guaranteed scam. And you have to be so careful with this next twist. Sometimes they'll offer to send you money first and then ask you to send it somewhere else. This isn't a gift, it's a trap. They're using you to launder stolen money, making you what's called a money mule. And you could be the one who ends up in serious legal trouble. So we've talked about fake profiles, made-up stories, and money traps. But what's the single most powerful tool you have in all of this? Well, it's you. It's about trusting yourself.
And that brings us to the number one most important, most reliable red flag there is.
It's your intuition. It's that little voice in the back of your head, that knot in your stomach, that's telling you something just feels off. That feeling of anxiety when you think you should be feeling happy and excited. Don't ignore that feeling. It's there for a reason. And really, it all just boils down to this. A real, healthy connection makes you feel safe, secure, and calm. A scam makes you feel stressed out, anxious, and constantly on edge. How does this person make you feel? That's your answer. Okay, so if any of this is sounding familiar, here's your game plan. These are the steps to take right away. First, cut off all contact. Stop sending money immediately. And whatever you do, do not confront them. They'll just vanish. Save every message, every email, and then report them to both the dating site and to the authorities. And finally, please, please take this to heart. If this has happened to you or someone you know, you are not stupid, you are not foolish, you are human. These criminals specifically look for kind, empathetic, hopeful people. The very best parts of your personality are what they target. That's a strength in you, not a weakness. So we'll end on this thought. Knowing these signs for yourself is huge, but sharing them, that's how we protect each other. So think for a second. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, who in your life needs to hear this? Because spreading the word is one of the best weapons we have. Thanks for your time.